Good morning. Picking up where they left off. 24 hours, and you think Arsenal already picking up 2 pieces of silverware within a month. It's already feeling quite exciting. But for Liverpool, well, it might feel a bit like deja vu, really. Beaten in the Community Shield on penalties for the 2nd year in a row. But yes, Arsenal, with that man Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, proving just how important he is to this side as they picked up their 2nd piece of silverware at Wembley. Now, the Gunners took the lead early in the first doubleheader at Wembley in the early kick-off. Chelsea made a statement in the first Women's Community Shield. The WSL champions beat Manchester City 2-0. Now, both those matches were behind closed doors, but elsewhere, fans made their return to a Premier League stadium for the first time since March. Yeah, I'm sure enough. And Rangers hit a milestone yesterday as they moved 3 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership. Lewis Hamilton will be hoping to extend his lead in the Formula One Drivers' Championship at the Belgian Grand Prix this afternoon. Well, at Windsor yesterday, Holly Doyle made history by becoming the first woman in British racing to win 5 winners on the same day. Remarkable. It's not the first time she's broken records either. She was breaking records last year, and she did say in an interview just a couple of days ago that she wanted to prove that it wasn't a fluke. She's certainly doing that. It is incredible. Holly Doyle, remember that name?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good morning. Picking up where they left off. Now, first bit of silverware of the new season, and it's Arsenal simply picking up where they left off a few weeks ago. It's their 2nd trophy in the space of a month after, of course, their FA Cup win at the beginning of August. Now, this time, they beat Liverpool on penalties in the Community Shield with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang again proving just how important he is to this Arsenal side. Alex Gulrajani was watching. And it was 2 for the price of 1 at Wembley yesterday. In the early kick-off, Chelsea made a statement in the first Women's Community Shield. The WSL champions beating Manchester City 2-0. As Aaron said, of course, no fans there at Wembley, but elsewhere, fans did make their return to a Premier League stadium for the first time since Rangers hit a milestone yesterday as they moved 3 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership. And Lewis Hamilton will be hoping to extend his lead in the Formula One Drivers' Championship at the Belgian Grand Prix later. In rugby union, Sale ran rampant, beating Bristol 40 points to 7. In Super League, leaders Wigan came from behind to beat Castleford Tigers 30 points to 22. Now, after a 2-month delay due to the pandemic, the Tour de France got underway in Nice. Now to that story we mentioned earlier. It was at Windsor, Holly Doyle making history by becoming the first woman in British racing to win 5 winners on the same day. Well, more good news for you. Live English cricket returns to the BBC later today for the first time since 1999. Now, it's funny thinking back to 1999. It does feel like a very long time ago. I'm going to make you feel really old now, Roger and Rachel. To put it into context, in the current England squad, you've got Ollie Pope, Zach Crawley and Sam Curran. They were all...
How old were you in 1999, Holly?
That would be telling, wouldn't it? It was a very different time, though. One thing I do remember, though, is... let's put it this way, cricket has changed massively for England, hasn't it? That was a time when you wouldn't even have thought England would not have been on course to win a World Cup or an Ashes or anything like that. Yeah. Shane Warne, that was his time. So tune in today, this afternoon, and that you can probably enjoy English cricket a little bit more than you would back then.